Former British colony Jamaica is distinctly cool on its new head of state, as Britain prepares to celebrate King Charles's coronation. Happy and glorious, as the UK's national anthem goes, isn't how many on the streets of Kingston would describe the two countries' history, given a bitter legacy of slavery and a plantation economy that enriched some Britons but left many Jamaicans poor. The West Indian country of almost 3 million people remains under the British monarchy as part of the Commonwealth. David Brown is among many who can't see why.
We're supposed to have independence. So if we have independence, why would we need another head of state from abroad?
We are moving on, and we intend to...
Prime Minister Andrew Holness told Prince William last year that Jamaica wants to become a republic. In March, he announced a constitutional reform committee to assist in the transition. Jamaica became independent in 1962, when Queen Elizabeth was on the throne. Affection for her and waves of immigration to Britain kept links alive. But even before Elizabeth's death last year, Republican sentiment was growing.
I think Jamaican people want the right to elect their head of state.
Stephen Golding is president of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League.
You know, it's really about our sovereignty and exercising our independence. And given the atrocities that we suffered through the period of enslavement, through the colonial period, I think it is the final piece of the puzzle when it comes to our sovereignty as an independent nation.
About 600,000 Africans were brought to Jamaica as slaves between the 15th and 19th centuries, the National Library of Jamaica says. The British government was involved in the Atlantic slave trade and reimbursed plantation owners when slavery was abolished in 1834. During a visit by Prince William and Catherine last year, Jamaican protesters demanded an apology. William expressed profound sorrow over slavery, as has Charles.
I cannot describe the depths of my personal sorrow.
But the royals have stopped short of a formal apology.
It's an undeniable truth that the slaves should also be compensated, because if you say slavery is wrong, how do you justify compensating the slave owners?
Danielle Archer is spokesperson for the Advocates Network, which planned those protests.
Take a trip to any Caribbean island, any country that was under the grip of colonialism. You will see poverty. You will see where the resources have been taken from the land and placed in the wealthy.
Charles has acknowledged growing Republican sentiment in some Commonwealth nations and said it was for them to decide. Barbados ditched the monarchy in 2021, and others are keen to follow. In Jamaica, that would require votes in both houses of Parliament and a national referendum.